Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So let's take a moment and enjoy this beautiful sunset picture sent in of Siesta Key yesterday by C. Desmond. We really appreciate that. I show it to you because it might be one of the last beautiful sunsets we see for the next couple of days as we see more and more thunderstorm activity and higher relative humidity. Mix of sun and clouds out there right now. Temperature is 90, dew point is 74, east wind breezy at 11. May see a little lull in that east wind this afternoon, but it'll pick back up, and the next couple of days are going to be relatively breezy, 15, 20-mile-an-hour winds even. As we head into Thursday, those wind speeds will pick up. 86 degrees, Wauchula, 87 Arcadia, 90 Sarasota, 86 in Bradenton, 87 in Inglewood, Venice at 88. Boy, there's a lot to talk about today with this particular system. The circulation associated with our tropical depression, number 9, has produced a whole lot of rainfall over parts of Cuba with long-range radar out of Key West. That appears to be about a 12-inch rainfall down there, so pretty stunning amounts of moisture lifting northward. And the general easterly flow pattern around this broad area of circulation is already producing some showers in our area. It's lifting up this tropical moisture, and it's setting the stage for what potentially could be a very heavy rainfall event for the Suncoast. Some pretty big storms now moving through parts of Manatee County, also inland Hardee and DeSoto County, seeing a few storms move through. This will be the key throughout the remainder of the afternoon, or the crux of our weather today will be these isolated, heavy, kind of fast-moving storms that race on through. Don't expect to see severe weather, but you could see some pretty good downpours, especially as we head into the evening. So, 2 tropical depressions. One we're not so concerned about, TD8. That is going to produce some heavy weather for the Carolinas, but no impact for us. A frontal boundary sinking down from the south is going to help take what will probably later tonight or tomorrow become a tropical storm. Don't really know what the name of this storm is yet, because it will depend on whether or not the one near Carolina gets named first. But it will either be Hermine or it will be Ian. So we'll see which one. It's a race to the naming of these storms, actually. So one of those 2 names will be assigned to this storm as it develops. And as it moves north into the warm waters of the Gulf, it is going to produce tremendous amounts of shower and thunderstorm activity. We're already seeing that on the cloud presentation as showers and thunderstorms blossom in and around the right side of this system. So increased thunderstorm coverage over the next several days, that's pretty much for sure. Breezy winds, and then possibly some midweek tropical storm conditions along the Suncoast, particularly right along the coastal regions where we could see some wind speeds at low-end tropical storm force. Possibly. There's still a lot of question marks in this forecast, and I'll try to spell them out for you. TD number 9, 35-mile-an-hour winds remaining fairly unchanged throughout the day today. Forecast to by Wednesday start to lift north and then kind of hook back toward the Gulf Coast as we head into Thursday. Gain forward speed and make landfall as, well, we're not really sure yet, depending on which model you believe, either a minimal hurricane or a significant tropical storm. In any event, it could produce a fair amount of flooding up around the Big Bend region because it's moving into that concave area of the Florida Peninsula that just holds water. So it could be very similar to a Colin kind of 5 to 7 storm surge there. The wind speeds associated with this system, and again, a lot of this varies in terms of whether or not it develops into a hurricane, whether it stays a tropical storm, but the wind speeds tend to signal that the best chance of tropical storm force winds would likely be from Tampa northward. For us right now, the percentage possibility of developing a tropical storm force wind right along the immediate coast, and by that I mean very minimal tropical storm force wind, has increased marginally, but it's still around 30% or so. So majority of the issues associated with this particular system are going to be rainfall. All the computer models tend to be in agreement with a Big Bend. This is about the 3rd model run in a row with a Big Bend landfall being the most significant thing. But look at the cluster of showers and thunderstorms associated with this system. As it lifts to the north, it will encounter these warm Gulf waters, really produce a fair amount of rainfall. Slinging it back in this direction, we could see rainfall totals of 4 to 6 inches somewhere along the Suncoast. Certainly not out of the question. East wind at about 15. My guess is you'll probably start to see some tropical storm watches or warnings issued tomorrow for some parts of the west coast of Florida. and then making landfall either late Wednesday or early Thursday with windy, breezy conditions and some fairly heavy rainfall. Scott?